see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? Break bread right now. Break bread right now. Let y'all come on in here, cause as you see, GoldMind talking about you. I mentioned you, so need for you to be in the building. Need for you to be in the building. Today I want to talk about an important topic. You know what I'm saying? Um, for a lot of us that set out to encourage other people, there's a lot of so-called spiritual attacks that take place with us by way of, the people that we seek to encourage, as well as the people who have turned away from listening to what we had to say. So often I'm reminded of the thorn that's in my side, and how there's people in my life that there's people in my life that I seek to encourage, but they pushed me out the way, or they didn't want to listen to what I had to say. So when I go about doing what I gotta do, I'm reminded by these same people. They like, well, if I was on YouTube, you would have time for me. If I was doing XYZ, you would have time for me. So I get it. I get it. But I want you to also understand comparison is the biggest killer of all joy. So the fact that, one person would sit there and go out their way to compare the relationship you have with another person to the relationship you have with them is all the more reason why the things is not meshing. It's too much of a competition. But for those of us that seek to encourage others, I want y'all to know, don't be down on yourself. Don't get discouraged because the people that are closest to you are not paying attention. You feel me? Or seem like they not paying attention, because every time they come around, they got ill things to say about what you trying to do to uplift people in general. Even though you tried countless times to uplift them, they wasn't trying to hear it. But now they see clearly that, things are working out for you in certain areas, and you not even tripping about, trying to encourage them too much to the point that you over exasperate yourself. They notice that. You ever notice how when you don't give people energy no more, they don't want nothing to do with you? When you put all your energy into people, they just let you keep on spinning your wheels, but never giving you the satisfaction that let you know that, hey, what you doing is impacting me in such a way that I feel like I really do appreciate what you're offering to my life. So for a lot of us spiritual teachers, or a lot of us that seek to just encourage people out here, a lot of times our thorn in our side be the person sitting right next to us that don't want to hear the information that we're trying to put out here, that don't want to listen when I'm trying to encourage them. But yet and still, if they see you getting a certain reaction from a whole bunch of other people that's accepting their encouragement, they want you to feel bad because, dang, you know what? If I was on TikTok or if I was on YouTube, you would have time for me. It's not that. It's the fact that I'm utilizing these platforms in order to encourage people. People that I can't even see right now. People that I might not ever get a chance to meet, but I want them to meet the message so they can be uplifted. No different than I want for the people around me. But so often, because people seeing you grow up, because seeing people seeing you wake up this morning, they feel like what you got to say ain't all that important. So when it comes to, those people closest to you, they might not always listen to you. So don't get caught up in the fact of whether or not they listening. And since you didn't let that stop you, a lot of times people be like, man, well, who this person think they are? To keep going, even though I'm not giving them no energy. To keep going, even though I'm not listening to them, or I'm not listening to her, they find somebody to talk to. They find somebody that wants the encouragement. And in time, guess what? They message will keep on getting more and more refined. So when you come along or when you want to come online, guess what? They will be ready for you too. But don't get so caught up in what you're going through that you keep on taking it out on everybody around you just because. Like, dang, I wish you could just help me figure this out. I wish you could get me out of this mess again. But what about the last time they got you out the mess? The last time they got you out the mess, they taught you how to clean up your own mess. But to keep on depending on the spiritual people or the strong people in your life until they have nothing left, that's the reason why we lose so many spiritual people nowadays for things that could have been avoided. But they give so much of their energy to other people and nobody's putting energy back into them. So this video is to encourage those that are being the encouragers in other people's lives, those that are the door openers, those that constantly try to find a kind word to say to somebody or don't say nothing at all. This is for you. I want you to understand that even though it comes off as a spiritual attack, it's just another chance for you to express the greatness that is you. Don't feel bad when that person say, you can make everybody else happy, but you don't got no time for me. Don't feel bad about that. Because at the end of the day, the time that you spend with that person, like say you got a situation similar to mine where you get online and you encourage people, but yet and still you got people in your everyday life that don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Don't want to hear nothing you got to say, whether it's an encouraging word or how you doing today. But yet and still, they see that you find something else to do that keeps you fulfilled. And when they feel unfulfilled, they will attack. They will attack what you're doing. It don't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means, I wish I had that. I wish I had a release. I wish I could find that within me to encourage other people when I feel at my least. A lot of people wish they could do these type of things. So don't stop because you feel like, oh, this person don't like what I'm doing. Don't stop. You keep going. You be that encouragement even when it seems like this person hating. But what you got to recognize, your biggest haters become your biggest fans or your biggest appreciators because you sold them by keep on doing. You showed them by keep on going towards the goals that you was pursuing. And when your goal is so honorable that you want to just uplift everybody that you can, you must go on. You must go on. Because what you bring to the table is what we've been waiting on all along. It's what we've been waiting on all along. And for those who have great people in their life that are impacting the world and you feel like they just don't got no time, man, listen, come on now. Don't let the spirit of doubt, divisiveness divide you from what was given to you. Now when you sit there and you with this person all day, I'm pretty sure there's other people out here that's getting that encouragement that wish they had the point of position that you have. But yet and still, they don't let that stop them. They don't let that stop them from getting the encouragement they need. Because they like, dang, I wish I was with this person. I wish I was they mate. They don't stop. They get the information and the knowledge that's for them. And they keep it moving. So I need for you to do the same thing. I need for you to keep your head up. Keep your head on the swivel so you can see what's for you. But don't be sitting back hating on somebody for doing what they feel like they must do. Don't do that, y'all. And don't let the spirit of a troubled mind lie to you to the point you can't even appreciate what you got. You can't even appreciate what you got because you're so envious. You're so envious of what other people have. When all the while you can tap into you and figure out a way to be a blessing and a beacon to others in the same way. But do not, I repeat, do not discourage those that encourage. Because the karma that come to you by way of what you slowed up or what you was trying to hold up, all because you was in your feelings one day. All because you was in your feelings one day. Like, the best example I can give y'all is, say you send somebody a message, right? You send them a message of encouragement. And they like, oh, I appreciate it. Instead of them receiving the encouragement, they call you. And you say, you know, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, okay, you didn't want that? Oh, well, shoot, I'm trying to get back to what I'm doing. And then they text you like, man, you got time for everything but me. Everything but me. But yet and still, you picked up the phone. You asked what was going on. You made yourself available. It's only so much you can do. It's only so much you can do, y'all. I'm just trying to help you remove the thorn out your side. Because these same people will have you feeling like dog crap. Because you don't got the time for them. But it's really they not taking the time for themselves. It's really they not taking the time for themselves. They don't want to spend time with themselves, so they rather be on the phone with you. rather than spending that time with themselves and hearing what they self say is important, what they need to be doing. They'll rather just keep on coming to you, pulling your energy, pulling your energy. And like I said in the beginning, when you no longer have energy for a situation, guess what happens? It diminishes. Because you start to realize you was the only one giving energy to it. And everybody else was just taking. But that's why you got to create platforms, create situations to where you can be of encouragement to other people. But once you do find that, don't let nobody else tell you doing nothing wrong by doing just that, encouraging other people. Comparison is the greatest stealer of all joy. So if you want to compare how other people's relationships is with one person to another person, you're going to always lose sight. But look for understanding of that person, and you'll understand their total plight. You'll understand their total plight. And if they plight is only to encourage people, you don't got nothing to, come on, bro. If you worried about somebody encouraging people, you worrying about the wrong thing. You got all that energy for the wrong things. You hear me? The wrong things. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. As we are one. Kinfo. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. Say, we about to what? Break bread right now. Lolly. Day. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. As we are one. And I'm so glad we still in connection.